Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Nike Kyrie 2. The shoe has a retail price of $120 US, is available in multiple different colorways at this point, and if you are interested in a pair for yourself, check out the Buy It Now link down below in the description. It'll be the very first link. And with that being said, let's get right into the review. Alright, so here is a look at the Nike Kyrie 2s in what I've seen called the Red Velvet, as well as the Team Red colorway. I'm not sure which one of those nicknames is technically correct, but doesn't really matter because that's not why I picked them up. The backstory to me isn't really relevant. If there is a backstory to this particular colorway, I picked these up because I really like this particular color. It's kind of more of a Cavs theme in my eyes, being that kind of burgundy maroon color. You do have the kind of pink paint splatter there on the actual midsole, which honestly you don't really pay that much attention to just because the entire shoe is that kind of solid maroon. I just think it's a really nice looking colorway. The Kyrie 2 is one of those shoes that did not have the best reception. I know a lot of people were big fans of the Kyrie 1, even though that shoe wasn't all that well received either. I still think the Kyrie 1 is a better looking shoe overall. As far as performance is concerned, I don't really have any experience with this shoe as of yet. It's a shoe that I'm going to be wearing at the gym to play just a little bit of pickup basketball and just general training, so I'm not too concerned about the overall performance. The traction looks to be really, really interesting on this particular pair, especially considering the bottom is kind of almost curved. It's not completely flat, which again, I thought was kind of cool. For me, I like basketball shoes for the simple fact that there is so much variety. A lot of you guys who watch my soccer channel, or perhaps you're even subscribed to the soccer channel, I'm dealing with soccer shoes pretty much every single model that comes out. And while there are big differences from one model to another, the differences aren't nearly as significant as one basketball model to another. There is just a lot of variety when it comes to basketball shoes in terms of fit, feel, general aesthetics, much more so than soccer shoes, at least in my opinion. So for me, every once in a while when there's a basketball shoe that I kind of like the look of or I'm just interested in, I pick it up. So this is kind of the one colorway that really, I guess, caught my eye because I've not been a huge fan of a lot of the colorway releases for the Kyrie 2 thus far, but I really like these. I saw them in person, didn't actually realize in the pictures that I saw online that this part was kind of like this suede material. I'm not even sure what you would call it, the actual strap, but it just looks really, really good, and I like just having the one solid color. It's kind of a good look in my opinion for training anyways. I'm not sure I would wear these casually, but again, everybody has their own personal style when it comes to that kind of thing. So upper, as you guys can see, it's kind of mostly mesh with a little bit of fuse. The front part has a little bit of black within the mesh itself, which hopefully you guys can see when I get up close here. Obviously there is solid burgundy fuse here at the tip of the toe, burgundy laces, you have a mesh tongue, and then you of course have more of a, I'm not even sure, like more of a nylon mesh here towards the back with this kind of design in it. You have the Kyrie number 2 right there, or I'm not even sure. I think that's his signature or something like that. I couldn't tell you honestly. You have the Kyrie logo right there on the actual tongue, and then you have the Nike swoosh right here. I believe the logo on the tongue, the little signature here on the back, and the Nike swoosh right here, while they are burgundy in color, they're all reflective. So that's a cool little detail that you don't necessarily see until you see the shoes in person. Liner on the inside, all burgundy as well. It's got this nice kind of padding to it. I like how the shoe fits. To me, it fits better or more comfortably than the Kyrie 1, which it didn't fit me personally all that well. I had a little bit of a pinch spot in the kind of midfoot area just because of how the internal structure worked. But this to me fits a lot more comfortably, although the feel is quite a bit different. The strap going across the top of the foot really does its part as far as securing your foot in place. We're just adding that little bit of extra tightness in the ankle, top of the foot area. So it is pretty effective, unlike a lot of straps that you'll see on basketball shoes, at least that I've tried. And then you have the midsole, which I guess is kind of controversial in terms of its design. It's where the Nike swoosh is on the actual lateral side of the shoe, which in itself, I guess, is a little bit unusual for Nike. Normally they make the branding a little bit more prominent, but nonetheless, that's where they put it. You have a solid burgundy midsole with a lot of the outsole kind of peeking through down the sides, as you guys can see. That pink paint splatter that I mentioned, which is basically the only other color aside from the little bit of black in certain areas that you'll find on the shoe. Then you have a solid burgundy rubber outsole with the Kyrie logo right there at the heel. It's kind of like a herringbone variation. It's got a very, very deep kind of tread to it, and it's pretty flexible, so I expect the traction on an indoor court or on a basketball court to be actually really, really good with this particular shoe. I'm excited to try them out. The actual cushioning that the shoe provides, it's pretty firm, which is kind of the one criticism that I've seen a lot of people talk about with the Kyrie 2. I believe it's just a straight up Phylon foam. Nothing too overly cushioned at all. I think it's supposed to have a heel zoom air unit as well, but for the most part, when I put them on at least, it really didn't feel like there was too much underfoot. Fairly low profile, pretty close to the ground, which not everybody likes in a basketball shoe, but for me personally, that really is going to be training in these more than actually playing basketball. I don't foresee having any issues, and being that I wear soccer shoes all the time, the lack of underfoot cushioning is not something that I expect to bother me all that much, but nonetheless, I like how the shoe looks. I like this particular colorway. I think it's just an interesting design overall. So let me know what you guys think about these down below in the comment section. Do you love them? Do you hate them? And with that being said, let's move on to the on-feet portion of the video so we can get a better idea as to how these shoes look and of course what the sizing is like. All right, so here is a look at the Kyrie 2's on feet. I think the biggest thing that you're going to notice with this shoe in comparison to a lot of, I guess, signature model basketball shoes, even though this one is at a lower price point than other signature models on offer from Nike, is that it just doesn't have that kind of soft, kind of cushion sensation underfoot that you just expect from a basketball shoe in general. That's not to say that they're uncomfortable, they just feel very, very firm in terms of just the amount of cushion that you get under your foot. It's fairly low profile, but the way the shoe fits overall I think is really, really nice. They fit me quite well. It's not particularly wide, although it does feel to me a touch wider than what we got from the original Kyrie. I really like the strap, one, because it looks cool, two, because it does actually do a pretty good job of just giving you a little bit of extra kind of ankle security, and it also gives you somewhere to tuck the laces away, so it gives you a nice clean look when you're actually wearing them because you can kind of hide the laces completely, which looks better, feels better, and it's just something that kind of gets them out of the way. You don't have to worry about them coming untied or anything like that. So I like that particular aspect of the strap as well. As far as the overall fit of the shoe is concerned, it's a little bit firm at first in terms of just the stiffness of the upper. You do have some fuse in the forefoot, but that I'm sure will kind of soften up and just become more flexible over time. And again, it's got a little bit more of a snug fit in comparison to the original Kyrie, but I don't think that is an issue at all. They fit really well. Sizing, I went true to size. I went for my usual 9.5 US, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, you don't have the opportunity to try them on in store, I would personally recommend going true to size in order to achieve the best possible fit. All right, guys, that is it for my review of the Nike Kyrie 2. If you guys have any questions at all regarding this particular shoe, leave them down below in the comment section. I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Again, if you're interested in a pair of these for yourself, first link down below, it is a buy it now link. Go ahead and check that out. If you have any other suggestions for other sneakers you'd like to see featured on the channel, leave those suggestions down below in the comment section as well, and I'll consider everything you guys have to say. If you're not subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more sneaker reviews, of course. All my social media information is linked in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.